The Presentation Practice Center at BYU Idaho has accumulated 10 of the most important public speaking tips to become a confident public speaker. It's no secret that the National Institute of Mental Health reports that 73% of the population fears public speaking. And in fact, public speaking ranks higher on the list of common fears than death. Or as Jerry Seinfeld would say, people would rather be the guy in the coffin than have to stand up and give the eulogy. Applying these 10 tips will not only help you become a good public speaker, but who knows, you may actually begin to start liking it. The most important aspect of public speaking is to know who you are talking to. Without a public to speak to, think about it, you're really just talking to yourself, which is why you really need to get to know who you're talking to in order to make an impact with them. You can start by evaluating your audience by getting to know their demographics, such as who are they? What's their age group? Where do they come from? Why are they here? How are they feeling? And what do they expect to get out of this? You can also consider the current events happening around your audience in order to establish relevancy and ensure your topic will resonate with your audience. Essentially, think about what is your audience wanting to get out of this. We are naturally selfish creatures who have been busy with our schedules and have a limited attention span to listen, which is why it's crucial to know and appeal to your audience's emotions and needs in order to truly be heard. Once you have discovered who you're talking to, you'll be better equipped to brainstorm any applicable topic that your audience needs to hear and that you are passionate to give. Start by listing off stories that have happened to you that make you unique. What life lessons did you learn from them that you can pass on to your audience? Think about ideas that you believe in or that you're passionate about or that you feel need to be addressed or talked more about in society. If you are interested in your topic, then public speaking won't seem like a chore, but more like an opportunity to research and teach people about what you care about. It's important to think about your credibility while brainstorming your speech topic. Often the best speech topics lie within our own experiences, making you someone the audience will listen to because they trust that you've walked the talk. Lastly, as you're brainstorming, write your speech's purpose in one sentence or your thesis statement. What is the final one-sentence takeaway that you want your audience to take away from this speech? This will ensure your speeches are meaningful and help guide you as you start to outline and write your speech. While outlining your speech, you'll need the basic elements of an introduction, a middle, and an end. The absolute most crucial parts of your speech are the first and last 30 seconds, as they are the first thing your audience hears and the last thing they will remember when you are done speaking. Create a captivating hook in your introduction, such as a shocking statistic or a fun fact, a short little story, or a rhetorical question. You'll want to memorize those first and last 30 seconds to ensure that you start and end strong. But it's also a good idea to memorize the main points in your speech as your general outline, to know what you want to say and how you're going to say it. The best speeches have a title and an overarching theme. For example, if you want to speak about the importance of having confidence in yourself, it would be a more memorable topic for your audience if you create the theme of embracing who you are and go through the acronym of the word HUG as you teach people that confidence is like one big hug for yourself. Finally, decide if your speech is informative or persuasive. Are you trying to teach your audience how to do something, or are you trying to persuade them on the importance of what you believe in? The fourth public speaking tip is to think about the visual aids that will accompany you as a speaker. The last thing you want is to prepare a speech and have your audience staring at the screen the whole time behind you or beside you. A visual aid is supposed to contain the most important details of your speech that you want your audience to remember without overwhelming them by having everything you want to talk about on your slide. So try to keep to a simple but clean design that only has a few words on each slide at a time. You want your audience to instantly be able to tell what you are trying to show them and then look back to you as a speaker where their focus should be. Try putting blank black slides between each slide where you will need to be talking for a while so that your audience has no choice but to put their focus back on you and won't be distracted staring at a screen that is no longer relevant. Now that we have discussed how to plan and start writing your speech, let's talk about how you can start practicing your speech. The most crucial element to giving a good and planned speech is to practice what you have to say. Practice it out loud. It's absolutely no secret that a good speaker just ever wings a speech. No good speaker ever does that. Even the most trained and professional speakers have practiced their style and take time beforehand to organize their thoughts before they speak. So practice out loud with the timer on your phone over and over again so that you're confident in communicating your thoughts. Try practicing in front of the mirror and give yourself eye contact until you are comfortable enough to practice in front of a family member or a roommate or a friend. If you are someone who speaks fast when they are nervous, simulate pressurized situations that aren't as high stakes so that you can practice with the pressure of your whole family listening while having the comfort knowing that it isn't the real deal yet, where you will be in front of strangers or be graded for what you say. Go ahead and even record yourself practicing so that you can see how you come across to the audience before you're actually in front of the audience. Giving yourself time to critique yourself and give feedback is a non-threatening environment to evaluate the little ticks you do that may be distracting to your audience or that you don't notice you are doing in the moment. The last helpful practice technique is to prepare not only your mind for what you're going to say, but how you will say it by doing tongue twisters to relax your face, shaking it out, or dancing to your favorite pump up song to eliminate the nerves before you speak. You want to make sure that as you were practicing or rehearsing your speech, you pretended each practice was the recital. A huge part of practicing is getting that muscle memory so that you'll want to work on your body language to help yourself present in the best possible light. Practice giving eye contact to people as you speak in daily conversations so that when you're under pressure speaking in front of strangers, it won't be as intimidating. The reason we give eye contact is to connect with our audience and show each individual member that we are glad they're listening to us. If you have a really important point in your speech, feel free to show us with the nonverbal cues of your body language. Number off your points with each finger as you go along. Spend most of your speech with your arms relaxed by your side so that your hand gestures won't become distracting for your audience or become a barrier between you and your audience. Having open palms to the audience as you emphasize important points showcases vulnerability to your audience as you are non-verbally telling them that you are giving something to them and hoping they will receive it in return. The last body language tip is to think about how your face looks and how your voice sounds. Allow yourself to be in the moment and feel your speech as you take your audience on a journey with you with vocal inflections. Think about the pace of your speech. Are there parts you want your audience to sit on the edge of their seat as you go slow? Or are there parts where you really want to speed it up so that your audience is paying attention? Go through your speech and mark down those places where you want to go slow, or where you want to speed it up, or where you want to go louder or quieter. Adding these variations to your voice will help your audience become mesmerized as they listen to you and are captivated by you the entire time. Now that you've done all the hard work for your speech, think about how you want to come across. A rule of thumb is to always be one step above your audience to give yourself credibility as a speaker. Choose clothes that make you feel confident, but that are also comfortable. The last thing you want to be worrying about is an outfit you feel you have to fidget in. As you focus, your focus needs to be your audience and not how your outfit feels. Professional attire that is business casual is always a safe bet, such as dress pants or a collared shirt. Finally, don't add any stress to your speech day. Plan that outfit out the night before. The fear of public speaking is called glossophobia, but no one ever teaches you how to control that anxiety. Notice the next time you feel adrenaline, and instead of feeling the need to flee from it or fight it, try embracing it like it's excitement. That adrenaline you feel inside you doesn't need to be seen as threatening or as nerves that you need to be afraid of, but rather as a signal that you care about what you're going to do next. Embrace that adrenaline. It's essentially a public speaker's superpower. There's no need to speak to a crowd you've never seen before the event. Talk to those in the crowd and get to know them so that you'll have a friendly face to look at as you are speaking to your audience that doesn't seem so scary anymore because you know some people in the audience. Control your nerves by associating rewards with public speaking. Convince yourself that you can do hard things by rewarding yourself after you're done speaking, by going out for your favorite treat or doing an activity you love. This will slowly start to associate public speaking with good rewards instead of panic and fear. The ninth presentation tip is stage presence, which is essentially a skill that is slowly developed the more you have experience on stage. But this can be practiced every time you have to present in front of people. Have confidence in yourself, knowing that no one knows your speech but you. So at the end of the day, no one will know if you messed up what you plan to say. See this opportunity to speak as a chance to have your voice heard and to stand up for what's right. There's no need to rush your speech to get it over with because you get a chance to use your voice to inspire someone for the duration that you are on stage. Don't waste it. Your audience is cheering for you. Nobody goes to an event hoping someone will fail, but rather encourages and claps for speakers who freeze up on stage because they know what it's like to be under pressure. Finally, practice does not make perfect. It makes prepared. And that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. A prepared speaker is a memorable speaker because they took the time beforehand to prepare and have fun on stage with their audience as they deliver their prepared message. The 10th public speaking tip is to utilize the Presentation Practice Center on campus and come to the PPC. You will receive 30-minute uninterrupted help from certified tutors for absolutely free who can help you brainstorm, outline, and practice your speech. Make an appointment on iPlan today with the QR code in the corner, or call us or email us with the information provided below. Thanks for watching these 10 public speaking tips presented to you by the Presentation Practice Center. Because everybody talks.